Hi everyone, welcome to the NASA at My Library Partner Library Orientation. My name is Dylan Connolly. I'm an education specialist at the Space Science Institute and the National Center for Interactive Learning, and I'll be walking you through some of the stuff you need to know to get started with NASA at My Library today.
Hi everyone, my name is Stephanie Vero Fields. I'm the Relationship Coordinator at the National Center for Interactive Learning at the Space Science Institute. I will also be helping Dylan with navigating you guys through the funness that is the NASA at My Library project. NASA at My Library is a partnership between the Space Science Institute, the Lunar and Planetary Institute, the American Library Association, and the Education Development Center. All of this is provided with funding from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, also known as NASA. You can see our cooperative agreement number in this current slide.
All right, so the agenda for today's video is we're going to be reviewing the NASA at My Library objectives and requirements, going over some important dates and events you need to know to participate in NASA at My Library, have a short introduction to ALA Connect, which is the platform we're going to be using to communicate and share ideas throughout this project, and also go over some reporting requirements, important contacts, and how to get support as you have questions during the participation in this project. So important stakeholders for this project are NASA, that's how we're doing NASA at your library, the library staff, you watching at home, and anybody participating in the project, community partners, who are the community partners you applied with, as well as the subject matter experts from colleges and universities who are going to be providing resources for you throughout the project. We have a really fantastic cohort for this segment of partner libraries for the NASA at My Library project. We have 60 different partner libraries from 26 states covering 6 regions across the country. And we have libraries that are rural, urban, suburban, and somewhere in between. We also have a really diverse cohort of community partners who are going to be participating with you on the project. Community partners from K-12 schools, universities, parks, both public and private, astronomy clubs, museums, and many, many more.
So NASA My Library objectives are as follows. Provide opportunities for library staff to engage patrons with the disciplinary content related to Science Mission Directorate NASA Science. We want to increase the number of and frequency with which NASA S&D assets are used by learners across the U.S., including the number of diverse NASA SMEs to participate in project activities. Finally, we want to build on established library professional networks to increase engagement with diverse learners, reached by science activation through intentional, inclusive Earth and space science programming.
So we have some specific goals for the NASA at My Library project for this year, 2021 to 2022. First, we're going to try and develop public library staff capacity for delivering Earth and space science programming, services, and outreach to learners of diverse racial and ethnic identities. Next, we really want to focus on increasing public library patron access to exciting NASA science-focused learning opportunities. We also want to increase public library staff confidence and skills in utilizing NASA science resources for high-visibility Earth and space science events. And lastly, we want to support library staff in promoting patron awareness of skills, educational pathways, and careers relating to Earth and space science.
All right, as members of the NASA at My Library project, there's certain requirements you will have to do. If you haven't already, please appoint a project director. This is the person who will be responsible for coordinating all NASA at My Library activities. Next, please develop and implement programming based on high-profile NASA events. Now, we are providing 3 NASA events for you guys to utilize, so you are able to do programs around that, and you are free to do more programs besides the original 3. We would like you to utilize social media to engage your community with STEAM content. You will participate in virtual trainings, whether these are webinars, video tutorials, or other such items. Please collaborate with other partner libraries on ALA Connect. These will be in the form of affinity groups, discussions, and other ways in which you can engage with your cohort and your region. You will work with at least one community collaborator to bring these programming to your community. Allow the public to attend programs free of charge. You will participate in third-party evaluation as requested. Most of that will be through our EDC partners. You will complete all required reporting. The final report will be due September 15th in 2022. You agree to all publicity requirements, and you will sign a contract agreeing to all project requirements. This will be coming either shortly or you already have it already by the time of this video.
So as Stephanie mentioned, we have some high-profile NASA events and programs that you can center your programming around over the next year. The first one is the Look Up Explore Our Universe program, which is all centered around the James Webb Space Telescope mission that's taking place over the next year. Where you can design events around the telescope launch, which is tentative to launch later this year, as well as when we start getting data and images back, tentatively to spring next year, as long as that launch is on time. You can find more information about the Look Up Explore Our Universe program and find resources for Look Up at this website right here, starnetlibraries.org/lookup. We also have a oceanography and earth science programming getting ready for next summer in partnership with the Collaborative Summer Library Programs Oceans of Possibilities Summer 2022 theme. And you can find more information about that program at starnetlibraries.org/ourplanetearth.
You all will be invited to be part of the ALA Connect NASA at My Library group. This group will be a closed group for you guys to utilize and share resources on. It is your go-to for questions, finding resources, connecting with other partner libraries, connecting to your regions, as well as mentors who are from the original NASA at My Library project who are here to help you. It will also be home for affinity group discussions. That is a kind of focus-ish group, interest group that will help you guys tackle challenges, gain insights, and also develop some resources to help you with whatever it is you need to make yourself successful through the NASA My Library project. For more information on how to register for the ALA Connect group, there is a tutorial video as well as a document that will be sent to you to get you guys to sign up. In regards to the affinity groups, again, like I said, these are kind of discussion groups on any topic relevant to NASA at My Library. These will be live web meetings with discussion boards on ALA Connect. They will be open to all libraries. So not just you guys in your cohort, but other libraries across the nation. So if you have other friends, other libraries who would like to be involved, feel free to share that with them through ALA Connect.
And we'll be providing more information about these affinity groups during the regional orientation meetings that'll be coming up over the next couple weeks. As we mentioned, we're going to be having some regional orientation sessions, which are going to be a little smaller. It'll just be your regional cohort of your 10 regional libraries. Those are going to be live web meetings. We're going to be having those one per region on the weeks of September 20th and September 27th. And if you can't make one of those, don't worry. We're also going to have a final Q&A and a makeup session if you've missed your regional orientation the week of October 4th. Like I said, if you missed that orientation or you just have further questions, you can attend that one as well.
We will have lots of opportunities to help you guys throughout this entire project. For some of the support, there are different project team members that you guys can reach out to. For any type of ALA support, you can reach out to Elena, and you have her email address right there, and we will also be sharing that with you. For any type of project support, you guys can always reach out to myself, and you can see my email there below, which you will also be provided. That is if you have any questions around things that are allowable expenses, if you have an idea you want to run by, anything like that, I'm your go-to person. Finally, for any type of programming or activity support, please reach out to Dylan. You can see his email address right there, and we will also be sending that to you. These are opportunities that we are here to support you guys with anything that you will need. For extra support, I will have something called office hours that will be available for you guys to utilize. So what this is between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. Mountain Time on Tuesdays, starting on September 21st, just to give you guys some time to get involved. You can sign up for a half an hour section in order to have a meeting with me, whether that's to ask some questions, run some things by me. That time will be available to you, and you will be able to use the link there to schedule your time.
So in addition to reaching out to any of us via email, you can also connect with us on our NASA at My Library and StarNet social media sites. So you can connect with us on Twitter at StarNet_project and through the hashtag STEM and Lib. You can also connect to our StarNet YouTube page at StarNet Libraries, on Facebook at Star Libraries, or on Pinterest at Star_net. And as you're planning your activities and programming, please be sure to check out the STEM Activity Clearinghouse on the StarNet Libraries website. It is searchable, got hands-on activities. All of these activities are curated, trusted, and completely free for you to use. And they include resources like related books, how-to videos, expansions, and library-specific advice. And all of these activities are really, really fantastic and a really great resource for you to use as you're planning your programming for NASA at My Library. All right, now we have Elena Pepe-Salutric from the American Library Association with us to talk a little bit about the American Library Association contact information, use of funds, and reporting. So take it away, Elena.
Hi, everyone. As Dylan mentioned, my name is Elena Pepe-Salutric. I am a program coordinator in ALA's Public Programs Office, and I'll be your main ALA contact for NASA at My Library. We're so excited to welcome you as NASA at My Library partner libraries. Throughout this year-long project, I'll be working with Stephanie, Dylan, and the rest of the project team to support your participation in NASA at My Library. Specifically, ALA will be your contact for support using ALA Connect and ALA's grants management platform. And we will also be the contacts if you have any questions regarding publicity and marketing templates, eligible expenses and use of programming funds, and the required reporting. On the screen are links to 3 important places for NASA at My Library partners: ALA Connect, ALA's grants management platform, and the NASA at My Library project page on ala.org. I'll go through these 3 sites in brief detail in the next few slides. As mentioned, ALA Connect will be the go-to spot for everything NASA at My Library related. In the NASA at My Library community, you will find a library full of resources, including the Community Engagement Kit with publicity templates, STEAM programming resources including strategy videos, and project materials including recordings of webinars. You can also use this group's discussion feature to chat with other staff at partner libraries as well as the project staff. You will also be invited to the NASA at My Library Affinity Group Community and Connect. This is open to the library field at large as a place to discuss and share best practices related to STEAM programming, both for the project term and in the future. We hope that these will be informative and engaging spots for you to learn more about STEAM programming and think about ways that you can expand your development and engagement with STEAM programming. If you have any questions about using ALA Connect or accessing your account, please reach out to the Public Programs Office at publicprograms@ala.org. Partner libraries will also be using ALA's grants management platform in order to submit their final report. This is the same platform that you use to apply for this opportunity and to submit your acceptance form, and you will use the same credentials in order to access your final report. This will be due on September 15th, 2022, and I'll be sending a separate video with some details about how to access and submit your report. In the final report, you'll have the opportunity to reflect on the activities that you participated in and developed as a part of NASA at My Library. And this is also where you will be telling us how you use the $1,600 programming funds. Lastly, I just wanted to highlight the NASA at My Library project page on ala.org. This is where you can find contact information as well as links to these important platforms that you'll be using throughout the project. You may also want to refer back to this page in order to review the project guidelines or FAQ.
Thank you so much, Elena. And I'm sure you, like Stephanie and I, are looking forward to getting to know all our partner librarians over the next coming months.
Absolutely. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions.
So that's all the news that's fit to print for this initial NASA at My Library Partner Librarian orientation. We want to thank you for taking the time for watching this video today. Please don't hesitate to reach out to Elena, Stephanie, or myself if you have any further questions. And we're all looking forward to meeting every single one of you during your regional library orientations coming up over the next coming weeks. Thank you so much for your time.
Bye, everybody.